Hello Paul, and hello other classmates of the Skooled zone. Welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be showing you my Red Rocket Caravan pit stop and depot. So the theme for this was basically that all my supply lines go to Red Rocket, so I decided that it would be nice if the caravans had somewhere to stay. So let's get started. You'll notice the walls with the scaffolding, sort of security gates, and just some concrete walls that go all the way around. This joins up to the bottom security gate down there, but then we have the entrance here, which of course says Red Rocket Caravan Depot Reception. So in we go, and we're greeted by the receptionist sat here, who will check us in, see what we're delivering, etc., and like ask us to put any relevant papers out. And if we're not on the list, we might be sat down here for further questioning. Otherwise, we'll just be let straight through. So we'd probably park our Brahmin up over there, and depending on the time of day, we might come down for a drink. So the first bit I'm going to show you is the bar. I'm basically using the light bulb glitch just to get those light bulbs into this thing a little bit. I don't really know what it is, but in my sort of head canon it's a type of light. And then I've used the pillar glitch here just to push the bar a bit further into the shack.
Not much.
He's got a lot of things on display there, which I think it looks quite nice, really. Going round, there's just a small clinic in the reception area, just for any injuries en route. And then we've just got some of the water pump stations here with a light, just lighting them. And then we have the two sort of residential areas for the people who work at the depot. So these are just your basic box cars with just some beds and a small bit of furniture. And then the same for the other one up here. All decorated uniquely, of course. Small farm over here just to keep the workers of the depot like ticking over nicely, you know. And then up to scaffolding, we'd leave the walls of the settlement just to a small overwatch station. You can see these guys have just been smoking and listening to the radio while they like guard their fellow settlers. And then this scaffolding just goes up onto the roof of the Red Rocket, but that's mainly for maintenance purposes. We've got a small patio area out here. I think it was a Skooled zone that showed this, but it's a neat little trick to use the strings of lights just to put them up into the parasol. Because it's a relatively new game, I had the foresight to keep the coolant pumps, which I think are a nice feature just as an homage to what the settlement did look like. And then we're coming up to our third shop here, which is the general store, ran by this guy. He's in the
Everything hurts.
Minutemen outfit, and I've assigned him to sleep in that bed there. So in my sort of world, he's the boss of the depot, and he's a Minuteman. So we'll just come in here. We got some magazines, an electronic, and the settlers here try to keep it stocked up nice. We got some cram and potted meat, but it's a very busy settlement, so unfortunately there's some mouldy food in there. There's just some lunch boxes here for caravanners just to pick up and take with them. You'll also notice there's some over there as well on the table. They're probably the ones that the provisioners have already used.
Yeah.
And then we've got sort of a bar area where people have been enjoying some noodles and drinks, etc. Small coffee station. The bobblehead station. This is supposed to be sort of a counter where the general goods and the barmen keep their stock. So you've got quite a bit of food here, as well as a couple of like unique items. And then we've got quite a big stock round at the back. and then just a few of the larger food items on this table here. In this display case there was the models for the robots, but they've disappeared now, unfortunately. But you get the idea that the track lights are sort of lighting up the model robot display cases. This is the bedroom for the owner of the caravan depot. You can see that he's a spirit actually, because he's magically making those weights go up and down. He sleeps here, he enjoys a drink actually, he's quite stressed, but yeah, again I had the foresight to keep the original terminal when I first scrapped the settlement, so that's quite a nice, unique feature. Through here is actually the welcome area and storage room for the depot, so I've tried to make it look quite cluttered in here, and I say I've done a good job there. We've got all sorts of things, we've got armour and power armour, lots of weapon mods, and like I like to imagine that some of these items are like suitcases full of contraband and stuff. Yeah, it's a really nice look, and obviously if we just press this button here, this is where the Brahmin would be taken to unload after a long journey. You can see we've got some crates here and here which are yet to be loaded in. Yet again, these have been placed to look more in touch with the ground using the pillar glitch, and the same for these. Just as a side note, this is my small generator room here, which is full of generators, but I've kept them hidden away because I like the idea that the settlement's powered by the windmill. And again, this piece of fence here was put in using the pillar and conduit glitch just to make it nice and neat. So we'll head back on inside. So this is the storage area complete. Obviously most of the time they keep this shut because it actually exposes the settlement.
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
Okay. Here's the second entrance. We've got some workbenches, etc. here. This is just where any provisioners can come and repair their gear. And we've got this bus, which I thought was a good substitute for a wall. This has been put into the ground using the pillar glitch once again. And this has just got a few more beds, possibly where the provisioners might stay the night. Okay, now I'm just gonna pop to bed and just sleep for 12 hours so we can see what it would look like in the dark, just to show off some lighting techniques I've used. Okay, so it should be a bit darker now. Let's just pop back outside, and there you can see it seems much more secure now that we've. You'll notice that I've got mining helmets on all the security men. That's actually Deacon there. Just to offer some light, we've got a couple of the spotlight turrets, which just make it look quite official, I feel. I was inspired by the track lights which light the red rocket, and I decided to copy that on the windmill. So there are track lights on the floor of the roof of the red rocket, but they didn't actually illuminate the windmill. So I've hidden away some construction lights inside the windmill. I think you can just see the bottom of one right there. And that just allows it to illuminate from the inside and appear as if it's being lit, just like the rocket is. And as you can see, it's very well lit, with some dark areas, because I want to make sure that it contrasts nicely. We have these more ornate street lamps down the main thoroughfare where caravans might just carry on to the next destination. We've got these more sort of modern street lights inside the camp, which I feel are better for places where people might be stood all around them, whereas these are pretty much designed to illuminate a road. So we've got these nice strings of lights over here, which I thought it's quite fun, but not very official. So I don't know. Like, I feel like a reception might be a bit more authoritarian than this, but it's nice enough. There you can see how I've used this ball to sort of give this lighting effect. It sort of lights the roof around it, but it itself is quite dark actually. Here we can see the strings of lights on the parasol, which are really quite pretty actually.
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
And if we just go into one of these box cars, I've used the track lights here. I imagine that when they found the actual box car that maybe these track lights were already inside, because they're not very pretty, but I feel like they're quite functional. And that's about it really. So thank you very much for watching, Paul, and anyone else from the Skooled zone who's come on over. And I'm looking forward to seeing the top 5 video. Bye.